Hi fam, how una day? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, we are so happy to have you. If you've been here from way back, we celebrate you. You are amazing. My name is Chinenye Omogo Simon, and I'm the creative director of Lots Comfort Wear, a footwear brand that focuses on satisfying our customers' fashion need by making handcrafted footwears of superior quality. Today, I want to share my story with you. I want to talk about how I started my footwear business with zero capital and how I was able to turn my passion to business. I've not really talked much about this publicly except for my students who, I teach about footwear making. I love sharing my stories with them. But aside that, I don't think I've talked about this in details publicly. Yeah. So today I want to talk about that. I'm sure you've heard, you know, but this is not the first time you're hearing about how you can start a business with zero capital and all that. And you are wondering, how possible is it to start a business with zero capital? I'm here to tell you that it is possible. Yeah, it is possible because it is my story. So I want you to pay attention if this looks like what you are interested in. I believe by the end of this video, you're going to get one or two things that will help you in your business, even if you are not into footwear production business. First of all, footwear designing wasn't like my plan. Yes, it wasn't my plan, like my initial plan that I had for my life. Neither is it the plan that my parents had for me when they sent me to school. I studied microbiology, by the way, and here I am producing footwears. But you see, life, when you plan things sometimes, it don't work out, the way it's planned. Like sometimes life can just come in its own form, and just hi, why am I laughing? Okay, let's be serious now. Now, my journey on footwear production. Like I was saying, I didn't have any plans of becoming a footwear designer in the first place. Okay. So after my service year, the first job I got, I had to take it because I don't like staying idle. I don't like staying at home. I remember those days, my dad would be like, "Why are you bothering yourself? Why are you so worried about work? It's not even up to a month that you just passed out from, youth service." I was like, I just want to like start working. I want to start doing something. So the first job I got, I took it because I wasn't just comfortable staying at home. So while working there, I started having, dreams of opening my own business. Okay, but I didn't really the only business that could come to mind then was business center. It wasn't even footwear designing. Like footwear designing was like a last option for me. That's why I said that it was an accidental thing for me. It wasn't something that I planned to do, like right from time. So while I was there, I just discovered that I developed passion about footwear designing. How did this passion start? I noticed that when I go to the market to buy footwears, then I don't know anything about footwear quality. I don't know anything about shoe quality. I don't know anything about leather quality. I don't just know. I had zero knowledge about footwears. So I noticed that when I go to purchase footwears, these footwears don't last the way I expect them to last. And I started thinking, what's the problem? That was when I started developing interest in making footwears. I was like, how can I make my own footwears, so that they can last, a footwear that can be durable. So I told um an old friend of mine then, unfortunately he's late now, may his soul rest in peace. So I told an old friend of mine then about my desire to learn footwear designing. I didn't even know he had it in mind. One day there was an opportunity to learn footwear designing. It was actually a 2 day training. It was a 2 day training. And I remembered, like, any little opportunity I get at my workplace, I'll just sneak out. I'll just sneak out and go and watch, what they are doing there. I wasn't even like steady. I wasn't there steady. I was just like come there, observe what they are doing. I believed that when I observed what they are doing and I was able to get the names of the materials that are used in making footwear, I will be able to make my own. I just believe that. So I got there, I attended the training, I observed what they were doing, I was able to make some notes, Then, we don't have many footwear designers creating content. It's not like it is today. Okay, there are just few people. I can just remember their names in my head. Just very few people that were creating content concerning footwear designing those days. So you can't even see much content. Like now, I know a lot of content creators that create content, like detailed content concerning footwear designing, of which I am myself. Like you can watch a lot of YouTube videos right now and you can get started with footwear production. But it wasn't like that then. Okay. The videos that we had then, you need to like have a kind of background knowledge on footwear production before you even be able to do anything. So after that training, I went to work. I used the money that I had and I purchased some materials and I started producing footwears. Actually, the first footwear I ever made, I'm going to try and post the picture of that footwear. The first footwear I ever made, I used a fabric to make the footwear. So the footwear was just looking so beautiful. I was so proud of myself. I was so proud of myself. So out of excitement, I posted it on my Facebook page and people were like, wow, you mean you made this? I got a lot of beautiful comments, encouraging comments that made me to, keep on at what I was doing. Okay, the second footwear I made, I purchased leather and I made it. When I made the footwear, I noticed that because naturally, how is it being said? English hard by nature. Okay, let me not cut my tongue. By nature, I'm a perfectionist. After making that food, I just noticed one or two things. Even though those around me will say, you're doing well, or you're trying, or keep it up. Or I still feel like I need to do better. There are things that I still need to do, to get better at the skill. But I was working then, like I said. So every little opportunity that I got, I'll do what? I'll work, I'll keep on working, I'll keep on working. If I'm paid salary, then I use part of the money and go and buy materials. I use part of the money and go and buy materials, and I'll be practicing on my own. And that was it. With time, I started making footwears for my mom, my dad, my siblings, my friends, and that was it. And most of the time, when I make any footwear, I'll just post it. I'll randomly post it on my WhatsApp status or my Facebook page. It was just me like sharing my moments. That was just it. Fast forward to should I say about a year later, I resigned from that job. Okay, and then I was at home one day and I thought, this footwear designing, why don't I just like try and brush up the skill? Along the line, one day, an old friend of mine, a primary school classmate, chatted me up. There was this trending design, this Hermes trending design. Then she sent me the design and one other design. I was like, babe, you can make footwears, right? Can you make this? That was the first order I ever got. At that time, I had zero confidence in myself on what I would be able to achieve concerning footwear design. So what I did was I just quickly took the picture. I drafted the pattern, drafted the design, drew the sketch, cut it out on a paper, placed it on a shoe last. Yes. And I showed it to her. I sent the picture. And she was like, "Did you just do this?" I said, "I did it immediately you sent the message." So she said, "Okay, how much will it cost?" I told her my price. She sent me the money. This person was not even in the same location with me. The lady was in Enugu. She resides in Enugu as at then. She sent me the money. I went to the footwear material store, purchased materials, and I got to work. Guys, after working, I delivered the footwear, we did the footwear to her, and she was happy. She said she loved the footwear. She even sent me a picture of the footwear, that she loves the footwear. And that was it. So that was how business started. I'm telling you the truth. That was how business started. I increased my content concerning footwear designing gradually, gradually. I'll get one or two orders today, one order the other day. Like that was just it. I just be getting orders here and there, orders here and there. It wasn't really anything as at then, but I was just getting orders. So I got a job in a school then, and I was doing the footwear designing on the side. Okay. So during COVID, you all know what happened during COVID. There was lockdown and schools were closed down. And that means that everybody that is working in the school, okay, lost their jobs automatically. So during that COVID, I was like, God, how do I survive? Single girl like me, how do I survive in this kind of thing? Maybe I should just pack my bag and go back to my parents' house. This independent life I no do again. So I was just like, who order footwear in this lockdown? But do you know the surprising thing? People ordered footwears during that lockdown. I had some people that even ordered, people that were not residing in the same state with me. They ordered footwears and they paid for it. They told me that okay, I should make the footwears for them. After lockdown, they'll collect it. Is God not wonderful? That was it. I got busy during that lockdown. Also during the lockdown, I connected with some, footwear designers because, as at then, I had the only thing that I could boast of was one pair of shoe last as at that time. That was the only thing I could boast of. So sometimes I'll have to go to other people's shops, okay, make use of their machines, make use of their equipment. In fact, there was even a time that I had to like go, like when I visit other people's shop, I have to pay them. Something like sewing, I have to pay them to sew for me. And sometimes they don't even sew this thing the way I like. They don't sew it the way I like. But because I don't get choice, like I don't get choice. They don't sew the thing, they say they don't sew am. I don't get my own machine, water. So do you know that these people that I visit their shop, each time I visit their shop, I'll always get one or two encouraging words. Even when I didn't really believe in myself like fully then. Like I still feel like I need to still get better in this skill. I need to still get better. Each time I visit their shop, they'll be like, Anne, you're doing good though. You mean you're the one that did this? I remember one of those men who, sew leather for me then. He will be like, Nne, I like the way you work. Oh, like your work is always neat. Me, my work is neat. Like somebody is saying that he likes my work. It was something that I find, I don't know how to put it, but no, those words really, really, really encourage me. Some of them will even suggest to me, if you have money, you just visit Aba. If you have like 30K, then 30K was a big deal. Not now. If you have like 30K, you can just visit Aba, buy materials in bulk instead of, buying materials in pieces. It will really be good. During that COVID, I was so, so, so busy. And seriously, I'm grateful for those shoemakers that I connected with them because especially as for someone like me who is open to learning even from a little baby. Okay, I can learn even from a little baby. I was able to learn one or two things from them. Do you understand? Like I'll just see the way they do their work, the things that they do differently. Do you understand? I'll just like grab one or two ideas, add it to what I was doing as at then. So that was it. So during that COVID, while I was still working with the others that I had, I got an opportunity in Aba to learn shoemaking, right? And I was like, this Aba. I've been hearing about Aba for a very long time. Why not just go there, to see how they run their own things? And that was how I packed my bag. All these things. When I would now go home and I would now tell my dad, Dad, look at my plan. Oh." Now I'll be like, so you mean that footwear business is what you want to do truly, truly? Like there was no iota of excitement from the side of my dad. My mom was even the one that was excited. I was like, my daughter, that kind of thing. You mean you produce this? I don't know. Maybe it's because he's a man. He kind of hides his emotions, But I didn't like get that. But my dad is just that kind of person who will like, this is what you want to do. You sure this is what you want to do? No problem. He's not that kind of person who likes like enforcing things on us, enforcing his opinion on us, even right from childhood. So I feel like that was what make the whole thing like easier. While I went to Aba, I got the opportunity in Footwear Academy, by the way. So I visited Footwear Academy. I stayed in Aba for 3 months. Before I came back to Abakaliki, where I base, I visited Area Market, visited Bakassi, so where people are producing footwears in large quantities. This I was just screaming. I've never seen something like that before. I've never seen something like that before. So when I came back, after seeing everything, seriously, I felt energized. Like I felt so motivated, like to take my business to the next level. And I was able to get few materials from her. Like I packed one full bag of material. I packed one full bag of material. I came back and I got to work. I started posting content, more content, more content, more content on footwear designing. Do you understand? Remember, all these things were happening inside my room, inside my small room in Abakaliki then. As a matter of fact, my neighbors had no idea of what I was doing. But the only time that they get to know what I was doing is after producing a footwear and I come outside to come and take pictures, or when I'm going to deliver it to my customers. That's the only time they know what is happening. I remember my neighbor told me then that she had no idea that footwears are produced by hand, that she thought that it's only machines that produce footwears. Do you understand? So it was in that place, in that apartment, that I got my first student, got my second student, got my third student, got my fourth student. Yeah, if they're not up to five, I can remember four right now, right? So these people were coming to my house to train. Even before I visited Aba, they were coming to my house to train. With time, I was just like, ah, this place cannot contain us anymore. That was now when I started thinking of, opening an offline store, because my room could not even contain me again. Everywhere was everywhere was footwear material, footwear this, footwear that. You understand? So I started thinking of, getting an offline space. And yeah, we were able to achieve that. We finally got an offline space, right? And the reason why I wanted us to get an offline space was, to reach out to more people so that, more people will get to know what we are doing. You understand? And also, because we are passionate about training people on footwear making, people cannot keep on coming to my house. Like, I've already trained about four people in my house, so I can't keep having people coming to my house. I need my own privacy. Okay, and I also need to like expand. I needed to expand from my room to another place. So we started working on getting an offline store, and we were able to, achieve that. And from there, we started like, getting more orders, more orders, more orders, getting more students. A lot of people, because not a lot of women are into this business. A lot of people that will just simply pass by and be like, see a lady making footwear. That one alone is enough for them to come in. I was like, you mean you make, they don't need to ask me, you mean you make this? It's not like online that they will ask you. Sometimes when you post a picture online, they'll ask you, you made this? You made this? No, there is no question like that. They're already seeing you making it, so there's no need of asking if you made this. So, and that was it. Sometimes you just be outside, you just be in the store making footwears, and people will just pass by, pay for the footwears we are even make, pay for the footwear we are making, like sharp sharp. Sometimes like we get order on as in right where we are making production. So that's my story, guys. That's how I was able to start my business with zero capital. And that was how I was able to turn my passion, something that was just a mere passion, to business. One thing I am going to advise you is this: if you are someone who is interested in starting a business in footwear making or any form of business, start with whatever thing that you have in your hand. Start with what you have in your hand. Even if it means starting with just your knowledge of that skill, start with it. I always tell people this: start with what you have in your hand. The truth of the matter is that life cannot be perfect like the way you imagine it. If you are waiting for everything to be perfect before you can go ahead and start, you may end up not even, getting there. You may end up not getting there. So start with whatever thing that you have in your hand. Okay, I started with what I had, and with time I was able to build, my business. Okay, I was able to expand from my room to offline store. Do you understand? So don't keep waiting. Don't start waiting until everything gets perfect. When we wanted to move to our offline store, right, when we wanted to move there, of course, this is something that involves money. It's not enough for you to get a shop space. Okay, you have to like put some structures in place for it to start running. And I've spent all the money that I had. I was still expecting more money. At a stage, I was like, I've already paid for the shop. Why not just move in? Move in anyhow. Okay, let's just get this thing started. With time, okay, you are going to fix, whatever it is that is remaining. One day like this, I just woke up and I told my people, oh yeah, let's pack. Let's start packing our equipment. We started packing our equipment and our materials to the store. Okay, I didn't wait till I was able to like, make the store look the way I wanted it to look in my head. I didn't wait for that. Okay, because if I keep on waiting for time, time will be going and I paid for shop, the time is running. Okay, so just start. The most important thing is for you to start. Don't keep on wishing and wishing and wishing and thinking and thinking. Don't overthink it. Start. Start first. Just start. The most important thing for you to do is start. Okay? Start first. That's the most important thing. Start first. Tell your neighbor, start first. Tell that your neighbor, tell your neighbor, start first. Starting is very, very important. Then as you start, you build along the way. Okay, you build along the way. I'm also going to be sharing more of my experiences with you guys as we go on this channel. Okay, but please don't keep on saying, okay, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this, I don't have that. I told you what I had when I started, just a shoeless. That's the only thing I could boast of. That's the only thing that I could boast of. Even to the extent that I had to go to other people's store to make use of their materials. But there was a time in that business where other people were coming to my own store to make use of my equipment. That is how life is. Okay? That is how life is. Assuming I didn't start when I started. Okay? Assuming I didn't start then. Assuming that time that friend of mine sent me the design, I was like, ah, I beg, I no fit, I no just fit. I no just fit. I'm not how is it called? A professional footwear designer. Just give it to another person. Assuming I didn't make any effort at all to even get better at my skill. So just make sure you are doing something. Make sure you are doing. Make sure you are the doer. Make sure you are doing and not just talking. Make sure you are doing and not just imagining. Okay? Make sure you are doing and not just thinking. Start, start, start that business. Start it. Start it no matter how little. Even if you are living in a one-room apartment, start. Even if you are sporting with someone, start. Even if the house is not conducive, start. Even if you don't have money for a shop, start. Start doing something. Like start that dream. Start working on that dream right now. Stop making excuses. Enough of excuses. Enough of excuses. Start right now. So that is the final word that I have for you today. Okay, I hope you're able to learn one or two things from my story today. If you're able to learn something, please feel free to share your opinion on the comment section. Of course, I'll be bringing more and more content regarding footwear making business, how I started. Of course, it will be my story. I'm going to be sharing with you all my experience, okay, in the course of building a business in footwear production. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please try and do so. Join this amazing community. Give this video a thumbs up if you watched till this end. Share your opinion in the comment section. Share this video to your friends. Like, just click share. Direct it to your WhatsApp status or your Facebook or your TikTok, wherever you want to direct it to. I will really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in another one. Bye bye.